Today I'm fishing at a super weedy venue up north, so I thought where better than to sit and take you through a couple of my top tips and a couple of things for you to consider when tackling a weedy water like this one. Starting at the reel end, it's really important you have a super strong main line. I'm using our green mono in 18 pounds. The green just sits through the weed a treat and it's in 18 pounds, so it's just super strong. I'm not gonna have to worry about the weed cutting through the line or it snapping if the fish gets me weeded. I know I can bend into a fish with this line, pull myself out to the fish in a boat if I need to, and this line is gonna be up to the job. Although it may sound a bit meaty, when it's on weedy water, you don't want to be cutting corners. Every fish you hook, you want to be giving yourself the best chance possible of getting that fish in the net. So up your line to 18 pounds and you won't look back. My next top tip is to choose your rig wisely. No matter what, you want to make sure you're using a lead system where when that fish is hooked, the lead's going to come off so that the fish comes up in the water and then hopefully you can play it into the bank nice and comfortably over the weed. Down to your rig from your lead, you want to be using components that are strong, reliable, and that do the job on the bottom of the lake. I like to use a hinge stiff rig. For this I use 20-pound fluorocarbon as my boom section. If I know I'm fishing a clear spot, the fluorocarbon is invisible over the lake bed and it's got a little bit of stiffness, so when the fish picks up the bait, there's not a lot of forgiveness in it. The fish should be hooked fairly quickly, leading to a bite. Next from there is your hook choice. Again, same as your main line, same as your hook link. You need it to be super strong and super reliable. You do not want to be cutting corners with this product. Size 6 is the smallest I'd go on a weedy water. Anything up to a 4 or sometimes a 2. When that hook's in, you want it to stay in. If that fish gets buried in a weed bed and you have to mess about for half an hour getting out in the boat, getting to the fish, you don't want that hook to move. You want it to stay in the fish's mouth, nice and secure, so that when you get above it, you can peel away the weed and scoop it up in the net from the boat. Personally, I think a lead clip is the best way forward for fishing a weedy water. I'm not going to be fishing in the dense weed. I'm finding clear spots using the boat or using a marker rod, so I know I'm fishing over small clear patches. The lead clip gives me the perfect presentation over the lake bed. It sits nice and flat. I don't have it kicking up if my lead doesn't, with a helicopter system, your lead can plug in and it can sit up straight sometimes, whereas a lead clip is going to be nice and flat on the bottom. And as well as that, with the tail rubber just slightly nicked on just to get your cast out there, the second that there's any tension at the hook end, that lead's going to fall straight off and you're going to be in direct contact with the fish. Finally, but just as important, is the Polar Flex sunglasses. When I'm out in the boat, especially on this session, I've been wearing these. I've been able to break that glare off the surface of the lake, see right through, and in 12-13 foot of water I can see the bottom clear as day, whereas in a little bit deeper than that I've been using an aquascope just again to break the surface of the water. You can see right through, you can see what you're fishing over. I can then drop a H-block marker to give me a marker to cast to and bait up around, but also it helps me spot the fish.